Today's video hits close to home because we're talking about something that's happening right now on a platform millions of kids use every single day: Roblox. In March 2025, I gave two technology career talks at a local elementary school. These weren't exclusively cybersecurity briefings or safety lectures, but they were meant to inspire kids to think about careers in STEM and tech. So we talked about things like robotics and artificial intelligence, and of course, cybersecurity. The kids were in that 9 to 11 age range. But what happened at the end of my first session kind of took me off guard just a little bit. I was wrapping up the presentation on some age appropriate cyber tactics, kind of general stuff like don't play video games online with people that you don't know, don't share your passwords with your friends, general stuff like that. In the first session, and unprompted, a student raised their hand and told me that someone on Roblox had offered to send them $100 in Robux. And if you're unfamiliar, Robux is the in game digital currency that people use to buy some of the items within the game. The only thing that student had to do was give that stranger their home address so they could send them a gift card in the mail. I paused for a second after the student kind of told that story. And immediately, three more students chimed in saying that the same thing had happened to them. So later that day, during my second talk, two more students admitted to something similar. Now, the difference was in that second session, I specifically asked that question up front as we were getting into cybersecurity tactics because that was very alarming to me. Across both groups, and we're talking about 60 to 70 students, that means at least 10% openly said that they had been approached by strangers asking for their home address inside a children's game. So let that sink in for just a minute. So, to give you some perspective on how big Roblox is, Roblox the game is estimated to have 380 million monthly active users and almost 80 million daily active users. Now, from what I can tell, there are some different groups in there that are divided by age ranges. There's a 9+ group, there's a 13+ group, and there is a mature section for 17+, but I've always heard this game referred to in that younger age range, that younger demographic. And clearly, that offer of the $100 in Robux to the kids in the class that I was talking to were adults hanging out in the kids section. Now, why is this extremely dangerous? And now look, I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but I'm here to make sure parents and guardians wake up because this isn't just some harmless prank. Giving out your home address online, especially as a child, can lead to serious real-world consequences. So here's just a few. There's human trafficking and kidnapping. Predators use online platforms like Roblox to groom children. Their asking for personal info is often the first step in a longer, more sinister process that can eventually try to get them to meet in person. You have swatting. This is when someone uses your home address to call in a fake emergency that's usually involving the armed police to your home. Look it up. Yes, it's happened to kids. It's terrifying. It's dangerous and it's illegal, and it can be very hard to trace back to the person that did this swatting. Then you have your general scams and identity theft. Even if someone doesn't show up at your door, they can use that information to build fake identities or manipulate kids into giving out more of your private details. So this isn't just about gaming, it's about digital street smarts, and our kids are walking down a dangerous road without a map and no guide if parents aren't there with them. So if you're a parent, you're a guardian, what do you tell your kids? First, you just need to talk to them. Not once, not in a panic, but regularly, openly, and in a way that makes them feel empowered, not afraid to talk to you honestly. So here's a few things to tell them. Never give out your home address, your school name, or phone number to anyone online, even if they seem very nice. Maybe they're funny, or definitely if they're offering to give you a gift. If someone asks for private info, tell a trusted adult right away. Ensure they know they're not going to get in trouble, but the adult needs to know immediately, and you need to catch that gamer tag if you can. Make it normal to talk about weird and uncomfortable things that happen online. It's a daily, can be a minute by minute experience, but this can build trust and create a safety net. Your kids should feel comfortable coming to you with these types of things. If your kids are hiding this type of thing from you, it's because they think they're going to get in trouble. And in these situations, they most likely didn't do anything wrong. Remember that the Roblox video game is aimed at kids, and adults posing as kids can see this as a hunting ground. As a parent, here's some things that you need to be doing. Set up parental controls on devices and inside games like Roblox. Limit who can message your child or join their games. I have the link below to the Roblox parental controls FAQ package down in the description. Check in without spying. Play the games with them occasionally. See who they're chatting with. Ask questions. Are they playing games with friends that they know in real life? Or have they formed a bond with someone in the digital world that you don't know anything about? Use tools like family device management that limits screen time, it monitors behavior, and it sets some boundaries. But just don't rely on the tech. Educate yourself. The platforms change, predators evolve, and the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning. You do not need to be a tech expert. You just need to stay involved so you know what's going on. This story hit me hard because I saw this firsthand. I've read about this on the news, but these weren't stories I was reading on the news anymore or had read on a site like Reddit. These were real kids in a real school telling me, a visiting speaker, that someone tried to trade $100 in fake money for their real home address. And I've been doing a talk similar to this at this school for 5 years now. Now think of the other things in your kids' online life that they visit on a regular basis. Things that you think are safe because it's aimed at kids. Remember, the tech companies are there to make as much money as possible. Security concerns take a back seat and the tools for monitoring will be minimal. Shoot, in a lot of cases, the gaming companies won't even fix games that hackers have broken so they can cheat at it, and it's driving away adults that want to give them more money. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, but more importantly, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below if you've seen anything weird on platforms like Roblox, or if you have questions about how to keep your kids safe. I have a cheat sheet I gave the kids, and I will try and post it in the community section for anyone that would like a copy.